So good evening, good evening. We are back again, later than planned. Obviously, that's my fault, as usual. Well, it weren't actually my fault. It was a traffic jam I was stuck in, but we are here. Big up to everyone inside, man. Run through the likes real quick. Big up for 114k subs. We're nearly on 114 and a half. It's gone nuts. So bless up to everyone. Make sure you sub to Jezza. Make sure you sub to Matty. Arsenal History and More, Southern Guna, Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. Jez, how are you? How's your Monday?
All right, mate. Yeah, it's a bit different, actually. I was just watching the old Trump inauguration. Never watched one for American president. Quite interesting, some things said. He's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Yeah, okay. How are you going to do that then? Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's move on. Yes. Yeah. It's all good. All good. Peed off about that game the other against Aston Villa again. I'll tell you what, Unai Emery, mate, he's got Arteta measured, hasn't he? I was watching that. I said, I bet he changes something at half time and they'll come out and they'll do us. And yeah, I will be the first to say I got the handball wrong.
Oh, go on, Jezza.
I did. I was adamant it wasn't. I've been corrected quite rightly in the chat. People who said, Jez, what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Most of the comments were nice. It was nice, but there's a few that weren't. But hey, whatever. I got it wrong, guys. I got it wrong.
There you go. Let's up, Jez.
I'll be the first one to admit when I'm wrong, and I got it wrong. So I take punishment.
We have all been there, exactly. You right down there, Kenny? How's your Monday, mate?
Hey, my Monday's not too bad. I didn't watch the inauguration. I've watched a few inaugurations, but seeing that he had his inauguration 8 years ago, you know, I knew what he's going to. I knew it's all going to be about him telling everyone what they want to hear. But I'm still like reading from yesterday, the weekend. I watched a bit of football yesterday. Man City looked like a team who, let's just say, not only do they look like they're back, but they look like the cat that's got the cream. Surely something's been told. Someone's actually, how do I say it? Surely someone's told them the outcome of their 115 charge case. And judging by their demeanour, they're as free as birds, it looks like. But how can I not have a nice Monday when I can always look back on Saturday? Not the match, but the fact that I got to meet Anders Limpar. I got to tell Anders Limpar that his 91 team is better than the Invincibles. And he was surprised when I told him that. And Unai Emery waved at me. He waved at me. It was the Aston Villa bus was coming out and he went round the roundabout. I saw Aston Villa on it. I thought, oh, right, the players' bus is blacked out. And then they had another one with Birmingham on it, direction of Birmingham. And in the front seat, you can't miss the jet black hair, slick back, you know, with hair gel in it. And I looked like Mr. Emery. And I just thought, you know what? I liked him. I regret that I asked for him to be replaced. But I just gave him a thumbs up and he gave me a wave. And I thought, how can I not enjoy my weekend with Unai Emery, a man I respect, gave me a wave. I got to talk to a near invincible in Anders Limpar. What complaints should I have?
There you go.
Respect.
Better than the match, mate. That's for sure. And Unai Emery, big up to Unai. He obviously watches the channel. He's part of the Rat Army, lads. He's part of the Rat Army. Matty, how are you, man? You good?
Doing good, brother. Doing good, man. Today is inauguration day, but today is also MLK Day, and that's what we're celebrating over here today. And another weekend, closer and closer to the guillotine, Lee. We're getting closer and closer to it, man. It's coming closer and closer. And people better get ready because Wednesday night, Fabio Cannavaro is going. Kenny, did you know that? Did you know that, Kenny? That Fabio Cannavaro is the manager of Dinamo Zagreb. Did you know that?
I'll tell you one thing. Let's just hope he's sent home in tears back to Croatia. Surely we're not going to drop the ball on Wednesday.
This is Arsenal we're talking about now.
Before we get into this, big up Mohammed for putting this. Bro, I've been to his Twitter page and I can't see anything on there. Where are you finding that? Where are we finding this? We've made an opening offer of 45 mil. Well, the deals, they want 67 mil.
What about West Ham?
Yeah, 57 million bid for Duran. Why don't we just go and get it? Why don't we just go and get Duran? Like, do you know what I mean? Where are you seeing that though, bro? Because I can't see that. That's not on his Twitter page. Yeah, he's not posted it on his Twitter, bro. So I don't know where you're seeing this. But let me know, brother. It's not on his Twitter page, bro. I can't see it. I'm on his Twitter page now. The last tweet he posted, it was 2 hours ago about John Duran. 7 hours ago about a guy from Lecce, maybe going to United. And he reposted something from NBC from yesterday. Nothing on there about Sesko, brother. But anyway, but yeah, let's get back to the game. You're right, Jez. Unai Emery always finds a way, doesn't he? Last year, we played them off the park in the first half at home. And second half, he tweaked a few things and our captain disappeared and they ended up rolling out 2-0 winners. This time, we're 2-0 up and we effed it up. Yeah, and I'll tell you something, yeah, we never even looked like scoring really, did we? I know we had a couple of little chances, like one, that Trossard chance at the end, he was offside anyway, the handball. Other than that, what did we really create? Went a great deal. It went like we were peppering the goal. Both of our goals were fortuitous as well. The goalkeeper had a mare on both. Yeah. So, what did you make of it, mate? Because we all knew that run of games, 4 home games in a row. We've got Man U, obviously Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham, Villa. Villa ain't been great away from home this season. Tottenham are always shit. Yeah, Man United, I don't know how they beat us. Yeah, they're awful, mate. Yeah, and obviously Newcastle got hammered at the weekend as well. And it's like, why is it always us against some of these teams like Villa, Newcastle, etc., Man United? Like, but what did you make of it, bro?
Disappointed, mate. Going in at half time, 2-0 up. Wasn't a great display, as you said.
1-0 up, Jez. 1-0 up after.
1-0, beg your pardon. Their goalkeeper did have a bit of an off day. Let's be sure about that. But mate, honestly, yeah, people are saying, oh, well, we've got injuries. Okay, we got injuries, but Aston Villa were there to be taken. And we just couldn't finish our dinner again. And this guy, Emery, who, by the way, I didn't want to leave. I actually thought this guy could do some decent work at Arsenal Football Club. If he'd been given £700 million, it'd be a different story. That is fact. And he came out and he tweaked, did something, or gave him a bollocking, I don't know. But they were a different team. And 2-0, lose it. Well, we draw 2-2. Yeah, offside goal from Havertz. That it was offside. I went back and watched it several times. It was
handball, you mean?
Handball, yeah. Yeah, I mean, why can we just not get this over the line? I just don't get it, man. And to me, I'm sorry, gentlemen and chat, this manager we have currently here is not going to do Scooby-Doo. Right? And I'm not predicting an upset on Wednesday night. I'm not. But that won't be an easy ride. You know, I mean, the other thing is, what's with all this hiding about Saliba? He's injured. Just admit he's bloody injured. Stop trying to paper over the crack. Right? If the guy's out, if he's going to be out for a month, then he's out for a month. I'm fed up with this bullshit, man. And I've seen people saying that Saka will be back at the end of February. Are you having a laugh? The man's had surgery, yeah, on a grade 3 hamstring injury. And you think he's going to be back? I don't think so. I'd be honest with you, be quite honest with you. I don't want him to be back because I want him to get a full recovery, not rushed back like we've done with Jesus, because that all went sideways, didn't it? Bloody quick. And I'm sorry, I have to blame it on one man and one man alone, and that is Arteta. The guy is ruining this club. It's consistently ruining it. And here we are, 10 days to go, gentlemen. 10 days to go, right? We know we've got problems. We know we've got players out. And what we doing? Nothing. Bullshit. It's all that come out of that man's mouth. Oh, well, we're looking into things. We're trying, but it's going to be difficult. Stop lying. You're not doing shit, man. Right? And anything you do will not be what we need. It's a joke. And I got seriously wound up about that game. Seriously. I could see what was going to happen. I could see it coming. I thought, here we go again. And I would say we got a point. Well, whoopee-doo. We're now with Liverpool with their game in hand. And I think they will beat Everton in that replayed game. We're going to be 9 points behind. And mate, anybody think we're going to do well in the Champions League? Yeah, I think we'll beat Dynamo Zagreb. But after that, when we get into the group stage, different story, different cup of tea. And I'm just not seeing it. We're out the FA Cup. I reckon February the 5th, is it? We go to Newcastle away. I think it's February the 5th. And that ain't going to be an easy day out. So, well done, Arteta. Once again, mate, well done. You've sold us down the river. Absolute prick.
There you go. Spot on, mate. I totally agree. He's throwing the cups away again. It's pathetic. You know, we ain't winning the Champions League. We've got no proof that he can get over the line in any European campaign he's had. As soon as he comes up against a decent team, we get knocked out. And it don't even need to be a decent team, if we're being honest. Let's be real. We got knocked out to Villarreal. What are we doing here? Now, big up Linda. Will Matt agree that today is a good day? God bless America. Slap the like button.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good day because I'm with Lee.
Yeah.
This is how you start your Mondays off, man. This is it right here. Hit the like.
Yeah, bless up, Linda. Bless up, babes. Big up to Bartek as well. Roberto Di Matteo, mate. Hey, that was fucking funny, man. Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Here's one for you.
That was hilarious, man. I can't lie. Big up Vegas as well. Top Reds have a lot of excuses for Arteta, but none of them can justify how this guy is paid 15 million a season. They hide from that question. Exactly. He's paid 15 million a year to be a puppet, mate. Yeah, and keep his mouth shut. Yeah, and they're trying to switch the narrative to, oh, well, it's the Kroenke not helping him. Piss off. Yeah, you think we're stupid? They spent 6 weeks telling us that Liverpool are going to fold, and it's us that are folding. Now they're trying to switch the narrative. Oh, Arteta. Oh, they're not helping him. They're not helping him. All right, mate. Good one. Anyway, let me come to you, mate. We obviously, well, you jumped on the second half anyway, but I know you caught up with the game. And Matt, I swear, it was just same old, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you let's just cut right to the chase. There are people going around this weekend in the last couple of days, last 48 hours rather. They're saying the manager needs to be back. He needs to have money. He needs to be able to get his players. Well, you saw one of them this weekend, Mikel Merino. You saw it. That the manager spent money on that player. And I keep telling people, I keep saying, do y'all trust this manager with more money? Do you trust this manager to spend any more money?
No.
No. Thank you, Jez. No, absolutely not. There has to be a point where it has to be a cutoff point. Because every time he spends money, we end up suffering for it. We end up suffering, and we end up being put in something long term. This Kai Havertz deal is the reason why nothing's going to get done this transfer window right now. Let's call it 100% what it is. We're going to pay for that every transfer window. Every transfer window. And we're going to pay for it on the pitch as well. I've said this throughout the year, that we're going to win some games, but we're going to lose some games and draw some games all over the place. There's another example of this past weekend, up 2-0. Gentlemen, I told Lee, I said I was listening to the game all the way home. I was on my street. We put in the second goal. I backed my car into the driveway, unloaded my car, came back. They scored 1 goal. Went back into the house, came back to finish locking up the gate and everything. Come back in the house. It's 2-2. And that was all in within 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
Mm.
Bro, this manager does this at least 3 to 4 times a year. 3 to 4 times a year. This is guaranteed that he's going to do this. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Wouldn't surprise me if we lose on Wednesday. Because Fabio Cannavaro has coached before he got his job. That means what, Lee? He has what? Experience. So what I tell y'all about a manager with just a little bit of experience past this manager. No Saliba this weekend. Wednesday night, bro. It's gonna be scenes. Now he's signing all these players that he's supposed to be versatile, but he won't play in center back. None of them. Right back. Ben White's coming back. Where is he going? You gonna put him in the center? We saw how that worked out 2 years ago. We're gonna put him back in the center. Or 3 years ago, excuse me. We're gonna put him back in the center. He gonna keep party on right back. This manager's all over the place. His press conferences are getting weirder and weirder by the week. Even after the game, he's talking crazier and crazier. The man is losing the plot. He's losing it. Y'all saw that young man this past weekend, that young fan. These youngsters are getting sick of it now. That fan, he's watching this podcast today. He's watching it right now. He's watching it. He's probably saying to himself, you know what? They told me over at the other channel not to watch that kind of stuff. This is where the gospel is right here. Because they've been telling the truth the whole time. Lee's been saying it for 5 years straight. Kenny's been saying it. Jez has been saying it. Matt's been saying it for 5 years straight. The gospel has been spoken. And people are starting to wake up, Jez. People are starting to wake up. If for anybody that didn't watch the emergency stream, I played call after call after call after call of folks doing what, Lee? Saying, get this manager. One dude said, this was on the Carabao Cup night. He said, I'm on my way to the game. He said, well, what you think? He said, I'll fire him right now. Before the game, I'd fire him right then. So people are getting tired. So they can keep floating this narrative about it's just us online or us on Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays talking the talk. People are tired. People are getting real sick of this manager. They're getting real sick of him. And we got and you know what the crazy part about it? We got a long way to go, gentlemen. This is just the beginning, because we got February, we got Man City. What are people going to do when Man City pulls up? Lee, has anybody caught this scenario that in 2 weeks, if we drop any more points, Kenny Lane, he's shaking his head because he know what I'm going to say. In 2 weeks, that game could very well push Man City past us. Has anybody thought about that? And then he's got a tone for that. So get ready, y'all. Get ready. It's gonna be some scenes this year. We're gonna have.
Don't worry though, man. You can get your Year of the Snake coil T-shirt for 35 quid. You can get the Arsenal Year of the Snake coil sweater for 55 quid.
I watch him every time he coaches. You don't have to get a T-shirt. You see him every time he's on the sideline. You see this.
If you want some jogging bottoms to go with it, you can get the Varsity joggers for 70 quid. If you want a hoodie, you can get the Varsity one for 80 quid. This club's an absolute shit show. They're selling baseball caps for 35 quid.
Baseball caps.
Yeah, Arsenal 47 Year of the Snake coil cap, 35 quid. That's 42 euros.
Yes.
That's about 40 odd dollars.
A year to pork chop.
Yeah. This club is an absolute disgrace. It's basically just a fashion parade, isn't it? It's literally like Alibaba.com. You can get anything you want. Temu, Alibaba, Amazon. Then you get anything. Arsenal's the same. You want dog merch? They got dog merch. You want a water bottle? You get a water bottle. Next day delivery guaranteed, guys. Yeah, piss off, man. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, and we're sitting here now watching other teams go out and spend money. Yeah, and we're getting linked to 1 billion players yet again that are not coming. And we're going to be sitting here rushing around like dickheads on deadline day. Pathetic. Big up to everyone in the chat, man. 1,100 in here. Make sure you smash these likes up. There's only 200 likes. And all the guys' links are pinned in the chat. And big up to Andy. Arteta's getting nothing in January. He should have had his P45 years ago. Correction. He should never have got the job. Yeah. Facts. He should never have got the job. Spot on, bro. Big up for the super chat, buddy. Big up Aryan as well. Love from Amsterdam. Thanks for keeping it real. I'll be honest, I'm only 22 and haven't seen us win anything. You guys are better than AFTV. Bless up to you, bro. I've come on standard. Big up to you. Don't worry, man. Hello, Madrid. They're top of the table. What phase are they in? What phase are they in? They've won 2 trophies this season. It's never too late to switch, bro. You know what I mean? Mad. Actually mad. Yes, signing Rashford on deadline day. Oh, my days. The only way we can sign him on loan or play it in the Prem on loan is if we get rid of Neto. Because Sterling ain't got the activation clause to send him back. So we got him for the whole season. Neto has. Yes, it wouldn't surprise me if we get rid of Neto.
Yep.
Yeah, and then go and get another loan. Yeah, and then just promote fucking one of the other goalkeepers.
Yeah, because Neto's out the cup now. I mean, we got, he was cup tied for the other one. We out of that one, so yeah.
He ain't going to play in the League Cup.
Yeah,
he ain't getting the league game. He ain't getting the Champions League game. When we're out the FA Cups, send him back. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Yeah, big up to Ricky as well. 1 failed top 4 challenge, 3 failed title challenges while winning all the cups. Now diving for penalties, time wasting corner merchants. Trust the process. That's quality. That's the best way to sum that up, mate. Best way to sum that up. Spot on, Ricky. Big up Conrad as well. Don't like the Cronkies, but billionaires aren't stupid. They probably cut Arteta's credit card off a long time ago. Facts. Bro, he's wasted 700 million quid. Yeah. Like, I'm on the Cronkies case, yeah, not because they ain't giving him money, because they've still kept him. They're keeping him for winning. Nothing. Yeah, don't give him any more money. I don't want that guy to spend another penny, mate. F him. Let him coach his way out of it. He sat in an interview the other day and said, well, we've got the smallest squad and now we've got injuries. Well, that's down to you. Yeah, you wanted a small squad. Yeah, Matt, you were spot on a minute ago when you said about Ben White, yeah? Like, I'm seeing people saying, oh, well, Partey at right back, he's our 4th choice right back. Well, our 1st choice right back was on the fucking pitch. Yeah, he was playing centre back.
Yeah.
And then the excuse off of that is, oh, well, he played centre back at Ajax. How many times has he done it for Arsenal? How many times has he played centre back for Arsenal? Once? Twice? I think he played against Man United at centre back. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so why are we playing him at centre back when we've got a centre back sat on the bench that he paid for? And when we went on that run after Dubai last year, yeah, Kivior started most of them games at left back. So he trusted him then. So why didn't he trust him at the weekend to play centre back, his actual position? Then all I'm hearing is, oh, but he's a left-sided centre back, and that's right side. Okay, cool. So you're telling me a footballer for 24 million quid, yeah, on about 50 odd grand a week, can't play one position to the right, but he can play on the left back position. What are we doing here? Absolute bullshit. I'm sick to death of the excuses.
Lee, last week, Kenny, I, and DJ, it was an amazing show, I have to say, and the very kind comments about that debate. Kenny, we talked about it. We compared it, the 91 squad to our current squad. We had 2 players for every position.
Yeah, definitely.
2 players and class players. They weren't world beaters, but they were a team, right, that nearly went invincible, yes, and won a league. And that just shows the difference of the philosophy of Jules Graham compared to this absolute clown. He's crying and blaming, oh, we got a weak squad. Well, we haven't. Well, it's your bloody fault, you arse white. You're the one that got rid of players when you shouldn't have done and didn't replace them with the appropriate level of player. Anyway, there you go.
Before you jump in, yeah, Mario, the centre back at Nottingham Forest, just signed a new deal. So if anyone wants to get him, that's going to be about 60 million now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but that's the right thing for Nottingham Forest to do. Any player worth his salt, if clubs are coming in for him, get signed down so you can get a big transfer fee and put a clause in there as well. Like if that clause can get activated, do what you can. But talking of first and foremost, the invincibles, you're right. And the point that you touched on, Jez, you're talking about 2 players for every position. We played on Saturday against Aston Villa. Aston Villa had 4 players out. They had Diego Carlos. They had Scott McGinn out. They had who else did they have out? They had Ross Barkley, and they got Pau Torres out. Now,
and then Onana went off injured.
Yeah, Onana went off injured. But if you look at the bench, the players who came on, that bench was good enough to play first team football. In fact, Matson, who came off because he had a yellow card, was replaced by Digne, an experienced Premiership footballer who was at Everton and now he's at Aston Villa. So again, it's one of those things where even Aston Villa have recognised that because they're in the Champions League and they know that it's going to be a big season for them, they're two'd up for every two positions. They've just rejected a bid of £57 million for one Duran. So that says it all. That it's squad's depth. Man City just now have bought a player called Abdul Kadir Kuzanov, an Uzbekistan centre half from Lens. Now this is Man City that apparently I'm not allowed to spend any money. They could be deducted points allegedly, but they're still getting on with it. Now we don't know what's happening in Man City, but something smells. For them, it's fresh air. For us, it's thinking, wow, the Premier League of not putting their nuts on the table. In fact, I'm convinced that what Man City are going to incur is going to be a huge fine and maybe a transfer embargo, which they will appeal anyway and get away with. There's going to be no points deduction. You look at the Ipswich game, look at the previous game. Yes, they dropped the ball against Brentford, but if you look at their running, they've got some big games. They've got Chelsea, they're going to smash. They got us. They got Liverpool. They got basically, 7 games. They win those 7 games, get 21 points. It becomes interesting. They got Liverpool at home, so they're going to get their big ones out, and they got us away. Now, this is a team. They're going to be playing us without Saliba because Saliba's not playing. Forget it. No Saka. Plus, you've got a team that after 60 minutes, the tank's empty. It's completely empty. Everyone who was at the ground knew that 2-0 wasn't enough. That as soon as Digne put in that cross for Tielemans, we're thinking, oh no, here we go again. And then straight afterwards, Tielemans hits the post. And it was a case where Arsenal just couldn't go to the well. It's not a case of it's down to Mikel Arteta. There is nothing in the tank, which means if a team is seriously poor like Spurs are, then you'll have a situation where, you may be able to get it over the line. But if it's a team that has any sort of belief, they'll beat us. I know you mentioned like I said, the 4 home games that we've had, or if you want to, or in the away game, it's Brighton. Brighton have got something about them. So when we went 1-0 up at the Amex Stadium, it was always a case that when we ran out of gas, they would look like the ones who were going to win. Newcastle just were a better team. They have 2 players virtually for every position. They're well drilled. They were never going to lose that game. In fact, they came for a win. Man United, no matter how bad Man United were, even with 10 men, the FA Cup holders were never, ever going to let us win that game. They gave everything. And when teams get everything, nothing's happening. Tottenham should be kicking themselves for not going at us in the second half and bottling it, because we were there for the taking. And we should be kicking ourselves for not winning pretty comfortably when we had clear-cut chances. But Aston Villa brought us down to earth. When people talk about our title credentials, I've always thought Aston Villa would be a real kind of, like I said, barometer of where we are this season. And the Aston Villa game, they're just showing it just now. They're just showing the goal. Look at the goal. How Cash, puts a cross in. Havertz misses his header, and Partey tries to play offside because in order to. But no one's looking at him. But everyone's saying, like Paul Mercer's, "Oh, Thomas Partey did this. He should know." But because he's a DM, it's a mess. But the problem is we haven't seen anything yet, Lee. This is just a start. We'll beat Wolves, and everyone's going to think that everything's all right in the Rose Garden. Man City is a test. The biggest test ever, and we're going into that game with Rice, who's in his last legs, Partey, whose legs are running out, Odegaard, no disrespect against Odegaard, and it ain't personal. It's just what I saw. You didn't want the battle. Your arse fell out big time, mate. Your arse fell out. You didn't want to put your nuts on the table when it got physical towards the end of today. That's just facts, and I wasn't the only one saying that. When he went in 50. Onana in the first half threw away like a ragdoll. Then he went against Camera. He went every challenge he had in the second half. He wasn't at it. That screams of two things: either you don't fancy a physical battle, or you're injured. And don't get me started on his set pieces. You could tell the difference between Odegaard's set pieces and Saka's set pieces. Saka's set pieces are flat and fast, and all you have to do is just put your head out and you put the ball in there. Odegaard's set pieces is basically like a cricket coach who gets the bat and gets the ball, hits the ball up in the air, and says catch. It's night and day. And then Declan Rice as well, when he's running on empty, so even his delivery is poor. So really and truly, what you're going to see to the end of the season is a very inconsistent team. And on that basis, you're going to have a situation where Liverpool can wrap this up by May, and that their only challengers are going to be Man City. We did it ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot with our transfer activity. And I'm not saying because we didn't buy anyone. I think we overspent on two players, Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. Nothing personal. It's just that you put all your eggs in one basket. Second season, they're not as effective as they were last season.
Kenny, what was the reaction there with that last ball that was whipped in by Odegaard? Because that was absolutely crazy.
You know what? I think the crowd resigned to it anyway. It was clear to us that it didn't look like we were gonna get the third goal. Even when Kai Havertz had that deflection, we all went up. But in the corner of my eye, I could see Kai Havertz looking sheepish, and I could see some of the players. Let's just say the players, every player on that pitch, with the exception of probably David Raya, knew he handled the ball. The Villa players were going absolutely berserk. The Arsenal players were looking around at the referees as if to ask him permission whether they could celebrate the goal. So for me, my mate Mohammed went up to me and said, "Ken, I think this is going to be disallowed." I said, "Why?" He said, "We think it's handball." I said, "What? It doesn't look like." He said, "Trust me, the way Kai Havertz is looking, he looks like he's got this guilty laugh on his face. He was like embarrassed."
Do you gentlemen see? Because it's starting up. It's the schedule's starting to play out the way things are looking. I'm starting to look mighty concerned that we could drop from second to fifth real quick.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, mate. It's looking that way, mate. I mean, once again, Aston Villa turn us over. Right, we didn't lose. We could have lost. They hit the post. Right? Didn't he? It was Tillman's, wasn't it? Was it Tillman's? Hit the post. Yeah, we could have lost that game. Where would we be sitting right now if we had lost that game? Well, not looking pretty. And we're not looking pretty. I'm sorry. We are looking a very, very wobbly team that just can't finish our dinner. Sorry. It's shocking. And there is nothing that anybody can say that who is to blame is Arteta.
100%.
He's got too much power. He's got too much influence in the club, which I think is totally wrong. And the fact remains that I don't want the Cronkies to give him any more money. I don't trust him. I don't believe Matty Kenny. He will buy the right player. We'll probably end up with another left back, right? And it's just not going to happen. People, wake up. You've got to start to believe that this manager needs to go, because nothing is going to change anytime soon. Once again, cups have gone.
Yeah.
The league, we're struggling, right? And this, you're just quite right, my friend. It could be we end up fifth. Manchester City are starting to fire again. They always do this time of year. How many times have we seen this? They start to kick on in January, and then they steamroller it all the way to the end of the season. You know what I mean? It's just so annoying. We just can't do it. Go on, mate. Go on.
But that's the thing. We knew this was coming. And And we know now that it's without dispute that with the departures of Nigh and the departures of Edu, Arteta should surely have more say in player recruitment than the players that he wants for his team. It's not a case of identifying the player he needs and they go and find it. It's a case of saying, I want this player. And right now it's Sesko. Now, I've been told by sources that we could have got Sesko, but the person who found it up was Mikel himself. I don't know what sort of conversation it was. It was a case like it being in a bag. He's had a conversation with Mikel and he's decided that he wants to give it another year at Leipzig. So again, we're now in a situation where we can get the player over the line, but again, it's going to take a bit of money because I don't know the rumours because the other day nothing's been said, but everyone seems to be thinking that that they want £67 million. We're only going to be offering about 45, 50 million, but we have to wait and see. Personally, I just don't see how we can get Sesko if they're still in the European Cup. Depends where they are. If they're outside the playoff paces, then there is a chance. But I always say, I still think we're going to have to sell before we can buy it, and that's the situation we've got ourselves into. The money's
Kenny. Who are we going to sell, mate?
That's the problem. There's players I think we could sell, but I don't. But we know for a fact that Jorginho and Partey are in the last year of their contract, so that's them with a wage bill. Unless Mikel decides he wants to give one of them a year's contract, and then you've got Sterling's gone anyway, but he was never as in the first place. Then you've got to make a decision on Tomiyasu, injury prone.
Yes,
you got to look at him. You have to look at the two players that play down the left, and you need to
be Gomini.
We need to be honest with ourselves and really take away, the goal, the performance against Aston Villa where he created a couple of chances, and just take and look at the left-hand side that I've always been complaining about, and say, you know what, we've got to make a decision on Martinelli and Trossard. We know Trossard's been offered money to go to Saudi Arabia. I think that's a player we can cash out on. I think for what he's done for us, it's been okay. It hasn't been great, but it's been okay, and we have got some sort of value for money. Maybe we should look at that. Martinelli, we have to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves a very honest question. Is Martinelli going to get to the level of Bukayo Saka?
No.
Because we're going to have to cut the cord there and think, well, he's a good player, but at the moment, he's not the player that is going to take us to that level. For Martinelli to stop me talking about other players in a position like Lookman, players and Williams, he's got to be getting 15 or 16 goals a season, but the assists as well, and actually doing something out of nothing. I don't see Martinelli doing it. When he came on in the second half against Aston Villa, no. In the second half against Aston Villa, he scored his goal. He played really well. I was really pleased with him. But second half, he faded. When he came against Spurs in the North London derby, nothing.
Nah.
Nothing. And a lot of people think he's a number 9 because he's got a lot of pace. But in that team with Mikel Arteta, it's not going to work out. He can't play with his back to goal. He can play off the shoulder, but we don't get the ball quickly enough through the lines. We have to have a measured build-up. That's not going to work. That's not going to be his game. So again, we've got a big question, and that's all before we get a striker. My biggest worry is that there's other positions that are more of a priority than a striker.
I'm going to be straight up with you. It don't matter who come in this football club, as long as the manager's still here. This manager is a detriment to this football club. And it's time to just call it for what it is. The man ruins players. He does not have a good eye for talent. He cannot develop players. As you're talking about Martinelli here, he cannot get them to the next level. The only way that things could work is if he bought the absolute best available player to make up for his inexperience. But we know he's not going to do that. So it's just going to be a consistent circle over and over and over. And this manager, everybody's finding him out. Everybody's finding him out. Even like the brother over at Brighton, everybody's finding him out. 31 years old, all the way up to the oldest, to the oldest. The manager is not what this football club needs. But there's the only way that's going to change is if the fan base decide that they're sick of it. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going through this. And I'm here to tell y'all, next year is going to be worse than this year. The longer he stays here, and if they talking about Sesko,
Did at the end of the game, the other Saturday, there was a young lad, I don't know, early 20s, mid 20s, having a bit of a meltdown. Probably a season ticket holder, looking where he was sat. And he's giving it the big one, pissed off, fed up. And you got two stewards there. Come on, mate. Come on. You got to go. Come on. And he's like, no, he's like giving it. He's having his little say. He's having his little breakdown, right? It goes back to the studio, right, on Sky. And then 10 minutes later, he's still there. These two stewards are still there. One of the head stewards comes over and is trying to shuffle him out. If that had been me, I'd have said, I'm staying here, mate, until the lights go out, because this is my season ticket. I've got my entitlement to say what I want to say. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm making my own little protest. I'm not smashing anything up. I'm just sitting here, giving it the verbal, punching the chair in front of him because he's got the quite rightly. And yet the stewards are saying, no, you got to go. Come on, you got to go. You got to go. What is that bullshit about, Kenny?
Well, it happens all the time in quite a lot of games. I think it's happened since the last 2 years. There have been times when they've tried to get me out, but I always go to my minders in the press box because I make friends with everyone. Like, you know, I always I'll talk to pressmen and I said, oh yeah, he's just asked me a question, and the pressman, the famous journalists as well, will give me the nod. So yeah, he's with us, and that's what I do. But it is like that at Arsenal. You know, there's a lot of people who get ushered out when they try to protest. But you know what Matty says and what you're going to say again is that you can't underestimate fan power. Fan power scares the living daylights out of boards, especially our board. We found that out ourselves. We only have to look at the 2017-2018 season when it was actually fan power that got Arsene Wenger the sack. There's a lot of Arsene Wenger fans who will never accept that he got the sack. They will use all sorts of different like adjectives or verbs, whatever they want to use. But the fact is that he was told that they were not going to renew his contract or not give him a new contract. That's sacked. And that's the fact. Unai Emery was sacked because of fan power. Again, a lot of fans were screaming and shouting, and it's always the fans at the ground who are the ones who are the executioner. It's like a scene at a Gladiator. You know, when you've got the Emperor, you've got the crowd, and if the Emperor goes down, the crowd scream for the lions to go and kill the Gladiator. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what will happen with Mick Arteta. The tide is turning. £15 million. Doesn't matter how much he gets paid. The Cronkies will react to their customers, which are the fans. Now, and it doesn't matter whether, you know, certain people on a certain channel will tell you that I looked at this guy in the eye and I said that Mick Arteta's done a fantastic job, that for the first time in a long time, he got 89 points. The season before that, he got 84. And he's got us challenging. And look where we are before us when there was Arsene Wenger and Unai Emery. That doesn't wash with football fans no more. Football fans want success yesterday. And in fact, the fact that we challenged for the title in the last 2 years has made fans more demanding for success. The fact that fans have been lobotomizing into thinking it's only them and Man City, and then the rest are nowhere on their level, including Liverpool. There's a lot of fans last season who felt that with Man City's 115 charges, it was our season. Pundits like Jamie Carragher, Jamie Redknapp, Gary Neville thought it was Arsenal's year this year. Not one of them mentioned Liverpool. Jamie Carragher never mentions Liverpool. He's always saying it's too soon for Liverpool. until now, which means expectations are high throughout the fan base. They're high throughout the media. So he's not delivering. He's not delivering. And that's where he has to look at it and say, you know what? The way we're playing, it's not the fact we're playing badly. We're inconsistent. And I always said, if you're inconsistent and the team below you goes on a run, they'll overtake you. Nottingham Forest, the only thing we got in our favour when it comes to Nottingham Forest, they're a bit like us. They fade in the second half. You look at their game against Southampton yesterday, 3-0 up. Southampton got 2 goals. It's Liverpool on Tuesday. Liverpool had enough chances to win that game out of sight. So they're not, for me, going to be a threat. But Man City, 100% they're going to be a threat. For Newcastle, if they get in further in the cuts, they'll probably concentrate the cuts. But Man City are a threat. For me, as I said earlier in the show, they are Liverpool's most realistic challengers.
Lee, we talked about this yesterday. Me and you talked about this yesterday. But
Sorry, 1 second, mate. Let me just grab these super chats. It's stacked up. Yeah, 2 seconds here. Big up to Michael. Plays as well for the membership. Bless up to you, bro. Big up to Jamie Kyle as well for a membership. Bless up to both of you guys. And appreciate it. Big up to Andy. One for Matty. Dan Quinn, 1 season rookie quarterback championship game. Cronkies. Arteta, look and learn. No more damage control. Get the shit out.
So I'll give you a little backstory. So the Washington Commanders, they fired their coach last. Andy, was it last year? The Washington fired Ron Rivera. I think it was last year, the year before last. They fired Ron Rivera. They drafted. We talk about the draft. They got the top quarterback there in the draft. First year, he's a rookie, and he's leading them to the championship. One more game, and they're in the Super Bowl. They went from worst to first. Went from pretty much almost worst to first in 1 year.
What phase are they in?
The winning phase.
There you go. You see, it don't take time, does it? Big up, bro. Big up to Ian as well. Honestly, loads of respect for monetizing your fan experience. You're the only fans who are winning at the minute. I genuinely don't get this club. Bro, this club's been a disgrace for nearly 2 decades. Yeah, and we've won cups along the way. Yeah, great. Whoopee. Yeah, we've won, 5 FA Cups since we've been at the Emirates. Yeah, we've smashed the stadium down to be like Madrid. They've won 5 trophies in the last, 6 months, 7 months. Yeah, they won 3 last year, or last season. They've won 2 this season. We're nothing like them. Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, the mentality of the fan base, mentality of the club stinks. Then it's not going to change unless the fans in the ground start fucking it about and protesting. But I don't really see that happening right now. But we're seeing it. Big up, bro. Big up to Big up to Luke Tompkins. Arne Slot first season on course to win the league after spending nothing in the summer. But Arteta spent 800 mil on his 6th season. Apparently, he still needs more time. Embarrassing. Exactly that. And this is the thing. I don't get why so many people praise this manager. Not even just like Arsenal fans, but rival fans as well. I had a Man United fan in my chat the other day saying, "Oh, he's doing a great job." I'm like, "You want to wind up?"
Oh, you've got to be winding you up.
No, but I get it all the time, Jez. I get Chelsea fans in the chat saying, "No, he's doing a good job," because these people are being brainwashed into believing it takes time. Look at that Man United manager yesterday coming out saying it's the worst squad in worst team in Man United's history. No, fucking ain't. Yeah, what about when they went 6 years without winning anything? Yeah, recently, by the way, that's the worst squad because they didn't win nothing. Yeah, but he's now keeping himself in a job by lowering the expectations of the fan base by making out, the squad's shit. The squad's absolutely shit. Well, how did Ten Hag win with it then? He won 2 trophies with that and got into 3 finals. But now what he's done, subconsciously, he's made everyone believe that whole squad is shit. Yeah, and it's going to take a while, years, for me to repair all of this. Yeah, so you're going to have to be patient, and this shit's going to continue.
You know what?
Not good enough, mate. It's Man United.
You know what Ten Hag really did do? Ten Hag has kept them out of relegation. That's all I don't know if anybody really. He kept them out of relegation because I'm here to tell you a couple of them draws and wins that he got for. If it weren't for that, they'd be sitting out in a relegation battle.
Facts. And this is the thing here. He qualified for Champions League in his first season and won a cup. Pretty much same squad, there or thereabouts. maybe 4 or 5 different players or whatever. Yeah, I ain't hearing it. Yeah, that Ruben Amorim should not be coming out saying that, mate. It's Man United. Worst squad in. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do the reverse psychology thing, yeah? You don't fucking do that, mate. Coming out saying it's the worst squad in Man U's history. No, it's not. You're brainwashing the fans into believing it's going to take you 3 years, mate, or 5 years. Yeah, Chelsea are doing the same with Maresca. Oh, we're not good enough to win the league. When he's telling the world that every single week in a press conference, the players start believing it themselves. Oh, that don't matter then. We ain't going to win the league anyway. Fuck it. Yeah, then their results start going straight off a cliff. If he said, no, we're in a title race, it's Chelsea Football Club, they might still be up there. They're pathetic. All of these clubs are at it, mate. Spurs are at it. We're at it. They're at it. The only ones who ain't are Liverpool, and Man City. There's no coincidence they keep winning. You know what I mean? Bullshit, man. Big up to Marco as well. This season feels like one long fever dream. Our only good performance was against PSG. Watch City finish above us. Perfect day to advertise new merch. Facts. Man City finish above us. I said that weeks ago. Yeah, when we were 6 points behind about 5 weeks ago, and they were 6 points behind us. Yeah, I was like, they'll finish above us. Yeah, because they'll sort their shit out in January, which they've done. Signed 3 players. They're going to get 2 more. Yeah, signed up Erling Haaland. He's going to score. He went on and scored yesterday. Yeah, goals spread around the team yesterday. They're starting to get their mojo back. Foden's got more goals than Saka this year, not this season. Star boy, Foden didn't score a goal until last month. Now he's got more goals in the league than Saka. Yeah, do you know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with here. Like, it's bullshit. I'm sick of it. Big up Lee Matty Jezza, Kenny. Big up Steve, bro. Hope you're well, man. We'll keep calling this out. Mad Lovely, always available for my sound emergency meetings. Yeah, man. Next emergency meeting, you can get on, mate. Definitely. Definitely, brother. And I'm glad you fucked the games off as well. You might remember Steve, Kenny. He used to go to the games. He binned it off. You might remember him.
I might do, but it's a sad indictment that people staying away. It saddens me that the prices are making people stay away. But you know what really, really gets me is that when people like Steve stay away, what it does is that enables House to and it's not Steve's work because it's what he do. If you're fed up, you're fed up. But what happens is that what hurts me is that we get replaced by revolting fans, attention-seeking YouTubers who use going to Arsenal as a business for their Instagram story, or disgusting, revolting OnlyFans who are who revolting OnlyFans who are bad examples to young girls anyway, especially to people like me who have daughters, and what makes me laugh is that the person who bought the ticket, not only they didn't spend £80 for the ticket, they claim to spend about £250, and the person was so short that she couldn't see because everyone was standing up. Well, when you're 4'9", love, stand in the chair.
Anyway, on that bombshell. Big up JDC as well. GDJ, even fucking hell. I'll get my words out and letters out in a minute. We will welcome Saliba at Madrid with open arms. Hello, Madrid. I reckon he'll go as well. I reckon he'll go in the summer. And they need some defenders. But yeah, I can see that happening. Big up, man. I'll come back to, there's a couple more. I'll come back to them in a minute. Matty wants me to share this screen quickly. There you go. Look at this. Look at this, guys.
Arsenal. Points dropped from winning positions. 23-24, 9.
Big up Norski.
9. That's 9 points. This year, 2024, 12 from winning positions. Not going to win much doing that, gentlemen.
Matches failed to win. We've already equaled last year.
Yeah.
Nobody's calling this out.
Just go ahead and shut it on down. Just start getting ready for next season. Get ready for the American tour. Start getting ready for the new kits. Get ready for the ones they're gonna release when they get over here. Release when they get back for the Emirates Cup. They hype that up because we're not gonna be competing in anything else. So they'll hype up the Emirates Cup, and then we'll default right back to our regular deadline day loans from Chelsea, and then we'll start the season over and we'll do this all over again next year. I mean, that's what we've been doing the last 3 years. So what's going to change? Nothing. Nothing. You said, yeah, other day you said, well, how long is this going to keep going on? And what I told you, I said, long as the people keep tolerating it. And if they keep tolerating it, just roll it on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody hop on in. We got a captain that's not a captain. People want Odegaard to have the spirit of Magalhaes, and it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's not gonna never be that player. He will never be that player. We have a bunch of players that were built to get us from 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th to 6th and 7th. Right there. That's that right there. Look at it.
Look at that stat. I see a Top Gooner post out, yeah, saying you can't tell me that Arsenal haven't progressed under this manager. Yeah, so I just posted out the last 5 years of Wenger. Last 5 years of Wenger was 3 FA Cups, 2 fourth place finishes, a second place, a fifth, and a sixth. Didn't see him finishing 8th. And this Wenger was getting to finals as well because he lost the League Cup final. Yes, there's 4 finals he got to in his last 5 years.
You remember Saturday night, the audio that I played, where we're going into the season, where the manager. See, a lot of people think he's just admitting it now that we're short. He admitted it.
That's a fine.
That's that. I forgot to put it on mute. I normally always put it on mute. I'm sorry, I forgot.
But
it's normally Kenny, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at Kenny. I was like, nah. But, when the manager came into the season, we were what was it, Lee? We was in July, and he was saying that we were short then, and proceeded not to solve the problem at all. And now he's coming out saying, yeah, we're short now, when you knew this in July, but you bought Mikel Moreno and Calafiore.
And we haven't even got a sporting director. Let's not forget that. We got the interim.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't, Lee, you don't need a sporting director. The first time, the end of the day, Arteta's got what he wanted. He's got complete control of footballing matters. What we want, that if a manager like that has complete control of footballing matters, there has to be accountability. There's a guy called Cascas, who, you know, he's contributed to the show. He's an Arteta fan. Respect to him for that. He's coming out with these kind of comments just to say, name me 3 managers can replace Arteta. And
anyone with a better CV, mate.
It's simple. It's simple. Managers are always replaceable.
In fact, no, sorry, Kenny. Let me answer that very quickly. Yeah, no, let you go after that. Yeah, right. When we got George Graham, we signed him from Millwall. Maybe go and get their manager, innit?
Yeah.
It worked then. Yeah, when we signed Arsene Wenger, we got him from Japan at Grand Passate. So maybe go and get their manager. And I'll tell you another one. So he wanted 3. I'll tell you another one. Yeah, yeah. You see the manager of Al Ahly. Yeah, he's about to be replaced by Allegri. Yeah, he won back-to-back titles at Salzburg. One of the seasons he done a double. Yeah, he's 36. Yeah, and he's been at Al Ahly for 2 years. Yeah, so and Salzburg ain't won fuck all since he's left. That's why I'm going to get him, because he knows how to get over the line.
That's the thing. You know, it's a good question in Cas, but one thing I would say, just because Mick Arteta, built this team, doesn't mean he's the right man for the job. You can't keep a manager on the basis that who's out there to replace him, who's available. I'm sorry, but Klopp was replaced by Slot, and Slot's now in the process of Liverpool not only winning the league, they're winning the Champions League. So no manager's indispensable, no manager's irreplaceable. And you're talking about Klopp, who won the league at Liverpool, won every trophy going. Probably not as many leagues as Pep, but that's still a top manager who also broke the domination for a period of Bayern Munich. So if he can be replaced, a manager in his first job, albeit unsuccessful, can be replaced as well. Now, if you want me to name 3 names, I'll oblige you, because Cascut, sorry, got your name wrong, Cascut, I'll oblige you. Seeing that we were on the cusp of winning trophies, Carlo Ancelotti is going to be available. We can take him for at least 2 years, because he's not going to be here for 10 years. He's going to be here for a couple of years. You trying to tell me, Cascots, that he couldn't get the best out of a lot of the current squad who've been in 2 title races? I do think that will happen. Another thing as well, if you don't want to, Allegri, maybe not sure, but the Dortmund manager, forgot his name.
I'd take Allegri in a heartbeat. Look at his record,
Yeah,
9 in a row.
But
9.
if you want to go down that young route and you want summer experience, the Dortmund manager got into the Champions League. 100%, I'll take him. So that's 2.
I don't think he's got a job, has he? I think he quit, didn't he?
And that's just another one. Also, obviously, Hansi Flick, I would have taken him. He's a manager. Obviously, he's not available, but he's another manager.
They're all available, Kenny. If you put the right money on the table, we'll see that with Ruben Amorim.
Everyone's available. So there are managers out there who can replace. No, what I said, all right, assembled. What I'm trying to say is that, well, to a certain extent, it is his team, isn't it? Assembled. That's what I meant. It is Arteta's team. There is players.
That's the one.
The only player that all right, he's inherited Saka, he's inherited Saliba, but this team over the last 3 or 4 years is in his image. So in essence, he's built this team. I'm just saying that he's not irreplaceable, because at the end of the day, let's ask a better question. Yeah, let's ask a better question. God forbid he don't walk out the club today. Yeah, but let's say he does and says, "Fuck it, I can't do this anymore. It's taking a toll on me. Yeah, I've took Arsenal as far as I can take them. It's been brilliant to, get everything like we've had over the last 5 years. Who do you want?" Because these people ask these questions to me all the time. Yeah, and every time you ask them who they want, they name Ancelotti or a proper manager. Yeah, so cool. So why can't I say that then? Mm-hmm. Oh, because then when I say it, what did he do at Everton? Hansi Flick, what did he do at Germany? Oh, but what did he do? What did he do? And what did he do? Mate, they all schooled your manager. How about that? Look, the end of the day, Lee, they're entitled to say what they want to do, but what they should do is be honest with you and say, look, I think...
but don't be disingenuous with it, Kenny. Don't down managers that are serial winners for a geezer who's won fuck all.
They said the same thing. All you got to say is, look, I think Arsene Wenger was the right man for the job. If we rewind,
and there it is. He wants
2016.
Why do you want Zidane?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you go back to the present, yeah, definitely. But you go back to the present, all they've got to say is, look, I like Mikel. I still think he's the right man for the job. I don't want him replaced, and I hope he's in the job for life. If they said that to me, that will shake hands and walk away. But when you tell me who do you want, that's gonna wind us all up, because you're not being honest.
Kenny, Lee, I'm just here laughing, just thinking about Di Matteo when Cundy said, "Well, what did he said? What did Di Matteo do for Chelsea?" And the man said, "You tell me what he did for Chelsea."
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And then he said,
more, right?
He said, we need to find that clip again, but yeah, that clip was fucking funny, man.
I got it loaded up.
He goes something along the lines of, it's one of your ex-managers who won this and that, managing at this club over in this place or whatever. He goes, "Who's that?" He went, "Roberto Di Matteo, mate." The way he said it, it's like, how's Jason Cundy not know he's managed that geezer's managing?
Yeah, he was trying to shortchange the guy.
Yeah,
but that goes back to what y'all was saying. Like you name out somebody and they try to shortchange whoever you name out. You name this player, you name this coach. Oh, what did he do here? Well, what has he not done at Arsenal? What has Arteta done at Arsenal? And it's like when you I think Jez the other night was asking Igor, he said, "Well, what has he won outside of the FA Cup since he's been here?" They keep deflecting. The truth is, the manager is not good enough. In any other football club, team, or whatever else across the whole of the world would not tolerate a manager who has not had some form of success after spending the amount of money that he has spent over the last 4 years. There's no way somebody would tolerate that.
That's a shout. I'll take that guy in a heartbeat, Arsenal. De La Fuente, all day long. Yeah, proper football, and he can win. Yeah, and he's coached every level of the Spain team, from youth all the way up to first team, and won at every level. So, yeah, why not get him? Realistic. When they say who's a realistic option, well, everyone's realistic, mate. Put the money on the table. 100%. Yeah, was Ruben Amorim realistic until they threw the money on the table? Because he was under it. And this is what winds me up, right? Because they do it with manager. Who's a realistic option? Then they're sitting there waffling about Sesko. Oh, he's under contract and he ain't realistic. Oh, you put the money on the table, you get the man. Okay, cool. Same with managers then.
But you know what? You can look at Everton, and I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, but you look at they got Moisey." Yeah, but they know he's proven. They've had him. They know for a fact that if you can bring him in, he'll probably keep him up. They don't have time to be playing around trying to get the next best manager in the situation they've got to go with proven. They got to go with a proven manager. Same thing with West Ham. Same thing with West Ham. I know some folks to take a shot. It's part of it, but still, they know he has credentials. You know, so sometimes you got to go with what's the best available at that particular time. And if Arteta walked out of this club tomorrow, we got to go get the best available manager, not another project.
Well, you know what it is though, is that let's not forget. Everyone talks about money and control. Remember when Rafa, he demanded complete control of football affairs at Liverpool. He got rid of Xabi Alonso because Xabi Alonso wanted to be the birth of his partner. They fell out, and he replaced Xabi Alonso with Alberto Aquilani, who was perennially injured. At the end of that season, Liverpool fell out of the top four, finished 7th, and he got sacked. Now, I'm not saying that will happen for Arteta, but when you have that kind of accountability and you have exactly what you asked for, all managers ask for complete control and ask for money to spend, there has to be some sort of accountability now. I don't know why.
This is the point, because they brainwashed everyone, Kenny, into believing it's a process. It takes time. And my thing that pisses me off with this here is this fan base has been brainwashed into believing that if a new manager comes in, he's going to need to rip up the whole squad. Yeah, and they go, who can come in and realistically take us over the line with this squad that he's built? He'll want all of his own players. Well, cool. We'll sack him then if he can't do it. Yeah, give him 2 years. If he can't do it, sack him. Yeah, these three people, the amount of fucking shit I hear, when they go, oh, but we were getting beaten 6-0 and 8-2. Yeah, cool. We were still winning stuff, mate. Yeah, this guy's not getting battered. Yeah, cool. Well, we still ain't winning nothing. So what? A couple of league spots better? Piss off. Yeah, 2nd or 17th, it's irrelevant. Yeah. Oh, but you get Champions League. What, to get Champions League, to get extra players in world class that we don't do. So then not win another competition that we've qualified for, then use that as an excuse for why we can't win the league. Because we've got too many games. Get out of here. I'm bored of it. Yeah, go and get rid of him. Go and get another manager. Give him 2 years. And if he can't do it, sack him as well. And keep sacking and sacking and sacking until you find one that can. That's what the best teams do. Barca do it. Yeah, so not Barca. Real Madrid do it. Bayern Munich do it. Chelsea under Roman do it. Yeah, AC Milan do it. Yeah, Juventus do it.
Bro, that's
these
how
clubs.
Wednesday. That's a grab. They're in 3rd.
Yep.
They sacked that manager and got Cannavaro.
They sacked him off the back of losing 9-2. I guarantee we don't beat them 9-2.
Yeah, but the fact is right. Football's a temporary business. It's a temporary job. Everything in football, a player, it's a temporary job. People get sacked in football. It happens.
Yeah,
but they're in love with the story.
Please, somebody out there in this world, explain this logic to me. Right, start the season back in August. We're fighting on 4 fronts: League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. Right, we know we're in all those 4 competitions, so we know we've got to compete. Yet we have a manager that willingly sells players, and leaves us with a squad where we're going to have to keep playing the same players. What was he thinking, that nobody's going to get hurt? Nobody's going to break down? Let's put it right, this manager, Arteta, created a one-man team.
Yes.
Everything with Saka. You look at the game plays, you look at the way the stats go, you look at, when you look at this, if you want to go down that road, look at the heat maps and all this bullshit, right? It always goes out to Saka. And we're fighting on 4 fronts. And games in the League Cup, he brought him on when he didn't need to bring him on.
Yeah.
Against Preston, we're cruising it. Oh, better bring Saka on. Why? What's the point? The game's done. They're not going to score. They're not going to do anything. And this is where I don't get the logic. This man has created this situation. He has put us in this jeopardy situation by the fact he let players go that we should have kept, because they would have been maybe not first team starters week in, week out, but they would be able to rotate. You tell me how many of these players we've now got, where we are right now, coming to the end of January. Champions League starts again Wednesday night. Yeah. Who have we got to rotate then?
No one.
No one. And we've left us. What happens? We get another injury, let's say, God forbid, to a player Wednesday night. What happens then? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Drag another kid into the academy that's unproven.
Yep.
Injuries are coming, Jess. The injuries are coming. I'm telling you now. I've watched every game. The only game I've missed since the November the 10th is one game. The only game I missed is Brighton. I'm going to miss Wolves, but I've been to every game home and away, and I've gradually seen our players running on empty.
Yeah.
Gradually see it before my very eyes. The clue, the first clue was Everton at home, and then since then it's a case of you just praying and praying. Obviously, we got out of traps at Crystal Palace. They're a bit naive. I thought Ipswich was a shit show. Brighton game, that second half told me everything we need to know. And since then, we've had injuries and players getting knocks and injuries. Before Crystal Palace, we lost our best player. After that, who we lost? We lost Wanyeri, Saliba, obviously Saka. I think there's another players we've lost to injury as well, because that's just two so far. And I can tell you right now, Miles Lewis-Skelly's in the red zone with the amount of games we've played.
So is Timber. 100% Timber.
Yeah. Timber. We lost Timber as well, but he came back. He came back, and Thomas Partey's an injury waiting to happen. But another one who's a long-term injury waiting to happen is Declan Rice.
Yeah,
he is playing. He is running on empty. He's basically playing on pure adrenaline. Yeah. Now, I always call him out, but his last two games, he was fantastic against Tottenham. He was brilliant against Aston Villa, but in the last, when he walks up to take those corners, you can actually see it. You can see his legs, how heavy-legged he is, and how he's, having a breather. But he tries to mask it because there's cameras everywhere. But that guy is on his last legs physically, so that's an injury waiting to happen.
A busted toe, man. I mean, he's in pain. It's like somebody smashing his foot a whole game, and then he's going over taking corners. The manager, this manager he has mismanaged everything since he's been here. He has no care for his players. None. No care for his players, to put your players, knowing that this man is out there on a busted toe like that, and refuses to provide some kind of a break for him or something. The manager just he's above reprieve with this fan base and with this ownership, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. He's a tyrant. He's a tyrant. He's literally walking around here like a tyrant. Do as I say. Do as I say. And he tells everybody, do as I say. Lee even said it in the press conference Friday. He said that Skelly, word for word, he said the pathway into the team was to play this position, not the position that you've been learning your trade in while you've been down in the academy. The pathway is to play left back. That's how he got into the team.
Yeah. Nelson says Chelsea and Liverpool one-man teams. I disagree. Yeah, Chelsea maybe. Yeah, but that's why Chelsea are where they are. Liverpool ain't. Yeah, and if you want to talk about stats, because I know you like a stat, Nelson. Mohamed Salah, 18 goals, 10 assists. So let's say that's our star boy. Yeah, well, that's their star boy then, yeah. Luis Diaz has 8 goals. Cody Gakpo has 6 goals. Darwin Noodles has 8 assists. That's more than anyone in our team other than Saka. Harvey Elliott has 6 assists. That's more than anyone in our team apart from Saka. Yeah, I could carry on. Diogo Jota's got 5 goals. Which is the same as Saka, by the way. Gakpo's got 5 assists. Diaz 5 assists. McAllister 5 assists. Trent has got 4. Tsimikas 3. Jota 3. Bradley 3. And we can keep going. Yeah, Curtis Jones has got 3 goals this season. Darwin's got 4. Yeah, where are our goal scorers? Where are ours? Saka, 29, and the centre back. That's it. Look at that. All of their forwards are creating goals and scoring goals. All of them. Every single one of them. Yes, Mohamed Salah's clear on terms of goals and assists. But Luis Diaz, 8 goals, 5 assists. Yeah. Gakpo, 6 goals, 5 assists. Harvey Elliott, 6 assists. Diogo Jota been out injured most of the season. 5 goals, 3 assists. Yeah, so if you want to use stats here, let's do it properly, innit? Come on. Yeah, we're a one-man team. Liverpool are not. Liverpool have got a great goalkeeper who kept him in the game against Brentford big time with some of the saves he was making. Yeah, they've got a quality centre-back pairing. Yeah, with Kanate and Van Dijk. Yeah, they've got McAllister, who's a baller. Mad underrated, that guy, man. 6-6 player. Gravenberch's having a great season. Yeah, and then all of their output comes from their forwards. And they all score. How many goals has Sterling scored?
Well, he's only scored 1. You're in the League Cup. That's about it. But the thing about it is that you remember 2 years ago when we went for the title, we had goals from Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard. Where's Odegaard's goals gone? Where they gone?
He scored 2 since April.
Forget his performances. Where's his goals? Where's his goals?
But he's been out injured, Kenny. Yeah, he missed 9 games all of that run in all comps. Yeah, he's got 2 goals since April. 2 since April. One of them was a penalty against Palace. Look at this. Look at the state of our stats. Odegaard, 1 goal, 3 assists.
Was that the penalty against West Ham?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
In fact, no, hang on. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was. Declan Rice, 1 goal, 3 assists. 29, 8 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, now compare that to Liverpool. Martinelli, 6 and 2. Trossard, 4 and 4. Compare theirs. They've got a whole list of players getting goals. Look how many goals. Our top scorer is 29 with 8 goals.
I think Chelsea, they got
second is Martinelli, sorry.
Is Mixon Jackson still their top goal scorer at Chelsea? Or is it Cole Palmer? I know Nicholas Jackson is going through a dry patch, but I know he's got 8 or 9 goals.
Yeah, Palmer's clear of him, I think. Look at that. Sterling, 1 assist. Ethan, 2 goals. Jesus, 3 goals.
We're going into February. We're getting ready to go into February. Look at these.
Look at the state of these stats. It's pathetic, isn't it?
That's why we can't. That's why
players, boys, that we were going to get when we got in the Champions League for the last 2 years.
That's what they said.
Where's
It's been a waste, Jess. It's been a waste. There
he is.
The big clubs, you should be getting the best players with the biggest names. If you're in the Champions League and you're a big club, Liverpool do it, Man City do it, even Man United get players in. All right, they overpay for them.
Kenny,
Jesus has had more yellow cards this season than goals.
About right,
Kenny. This goes back to the manager.
Yeah,
he had the money. He's had the money. See, when we start talking about the best available, he's had. I think was it Nefertali told me. I think he said. It's either Neff or either Wax. So one of them I talked to told me, he said, man, well, on average, we spending almost $200 million a year. He said, so if you spend $200 million a year, roughly right at $200 million a year on transfers, where the world-class players at? Because you spending that kind of money, $200 million, $150 million, you're supposed to be seeing some players in the squad that's giving you 18, 19, 20, 23, 24 goals a season. This manager mismanaged the money. This is what the fan base can't. The fan base can't seem to wrap it around their head. They can't understand it. So then when it comes to like right now, January transfer window, they're looking for us to go out and just throw all the big money down. It ain't happening.
The fans know, mate, because the reason why we know the fans are aware of the expenditure, they big. You look at the songs. The players who got the most catchy tunes are Kai Havertz, Waka Waka. I ain't gonna finish it.
Yeah, 60 million out the bank, 29 is fucking wank. That's what they should change the words to.
And you got Declan Rice, he cost us half price. Declan Rice, he cost us half price. So it's like because they're our biggest signings, the crowd are willing them to do well. They're adoring
because this fan base. Sorry to cut in, Kenny. This fan base are obsessed with. But rival fans laugh at us. They laugh at us. Are you 4 years old, you melts?
You know what, Lee? They don't even talk. They don't even look at the root of why they laugh at us, Lee. Like that, the root.
No, well, apparently people like me, and like I'm the problem. Oh, rival fans laugh at us because of that wanker on the internet. No, rival fans are laughing, and who cares? Why do you care what a bunch of nobodies think? You don't know these people. Oh, but rival fans, they laugh at us. Are you 4 or 5 years old? You're fully grown adults worrying about other adults laughing at your shit football team for being shit. Like, this is where we're at. The mental age of these football fans, seriously, mate. The football fans in England, their brains need to be examined. Like, honestly, not all of them. Yeah, but it's like some of the songs they make up, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Feeling at the back, Gabby in attack. We're on our way to where? Oh, yeah, Europa League.
The shocker shower song.
Just zip it. Yeah, just zip it. Shut up. Yeah, have fun. Sing some songs. Cool. Fantastic. What do we think of Tottenham? Who gives a fuck? They're crap. Why are we singing and making them relevant?
Hey, Jazz and Kitty, we had what the club has had hymns for over a century. Sitting there on paper for you to, the songs already there for you to sing. You don't have to make any more new stupid songs up. We've got a whole bunch of them that's been passed down through generations. Just same notes. Just keep it moving.
Yeah. Did you see at the Emirates the other night, Spurs? There was 2 fellas there, Chinese, Japanese, I don't know, Vietnamese, whatever. And they had half and half scarves.
Yeah, I see it.
You know what? You know what it is with half and half scarves.
They should be the geezer outside should get weighed in for selling them.
You know what? They make a fortune every football club because simply
he gets custo. Last time I don't know if he still does now, Kenny. Every time we used to go back in the day, yeah, he used to get fucking hammered. That guy, man.
Oh, he still gets hammered. They still get hammered. But I was actually, it's funny to say that. I was watching. I was at the West Ham Arsenal game at their Grand, and there was this geezer who was in the West Ham end, and we all take the mickey out of him, going half and half scarf. I was watching Match of the Day, and I saw the same guy on TV, but he did have his half and half scarves. But I think with half and half scarves, basically, if you're a tourist fan, you're paying through the roof for that. Half and half scarves sell like hotcakes at every grand.
But Kenny, you know this. You know this as well as I do, right? How the hell have they not got a punch in the mouth for wearing that scarf?
Well, the reason why is the simple reason is that the people who are going to get a smack in the mouth are probably all 3 of us in here. All include, and if you include Lee, that's 4 of us. We all get a smack in the mouth because we should know better. But when it's little kids who go to their first game, they want every memorabilia. I remember one time, my wife's a Leicester City fan, and we went, and she went to an Arsenal game with me, and they were selling half and half scarves, and I was aghast. And she bought them for the family, for our family. She bought them. I said, I'm not touching that. You don't know me. Put them in a bag and stay away from me. In the house right now, there's an half and half scarf, half Leicester City, half Arsenal. But I can't look at it. It disgusts me.
Have you burnt it?
No, but this is. I'm talking about my wife, who doesn't go to football as much as she used to do, but she thought it would be She thought it was going to be a situation where it would be nice for the kids to have that sort of memento, and that's the thing. Half and half scarves, not for me and you. They're for kids and for tourists. We have a ton of tourists who've got red memberships at the football club, and this is their memento. I've seen fans cry because it's their first Arsenal game. There was one woman who was near me, and she was crying because she couldn't believe it was her first time in the Emirates Stadium before a match, and she was taking all sorts of photos, and I'm thinking, "Jeez." But again, I have empathy if that's what they want to do. But it's just an example of the fact that people like me, you, Matty, and Lee are sure things. You got to remember one thing: all this merchandise ain't for me and you; it's for them.
It's for the customer.
These tourists, these little kids, are the ones who make the club's money. I don't. Yeah. You don't, Yes. You don't, Matty, and you don't, Lee, because a lot of you guys refuse to go. You obviously, Matty. You obviously, when you come back to this great country. You're taking a few games. You go to a few games. Jess, you refuse to go. Lee refuses to go. Because at the end of the day, we're not Arsenal's customers. They don't want us there. They only want these little kids and these tourists. So these half and half scars are here to stay, not just at Arsenal, every club.
What sort of money do they go for, Kenny? Out of interest?
I mean, I dared ask because
It depends what country you're from, mate. They can suck you
I
up.
want to get a right-hander.
Yeah, probably depends what country you're from. If you're English, they'll probably charge you cheaper than if you're from overseas.
Either way, they sell.
Because he has it all wrapped around his neck and around his arms and that, don't he, the fella? Yeah, and I guarantee if you're from overseas, yeah, and you go and ask him, I guarantee he'll tuck you up for 20 quid a pop or 30 quid a pop. Yeah, and if you're English, it'll probably be a tenner. Yeah, because it's how they are, bro. They know that they can make a fucking fortune just standing outside.
I forget who I saw in the club shop. Yes, after the match, I saw Freddie Lundberg. He was in there, and there was a crowd of kids with their parents, families in there buying merchandise after a demoralising result where we dropped points, and it's highly likely that we're not going to win the league. But they just wanted to buy the merchandise. The salespeople in there were smiling, laughing. The club were happy. It's about
carnival
money
atmosphere.
Hey, people were swiping left and right. Lee.
Big up DJ, man. Big up DJ B. I hope you're good, buddy. Hope you're good, mate.
Brother.
Let me grab these super chats real quick. What positions did you play growing up? I was the Mesut Ozil of strikers. Lazy fucker.
Hey, sorry, Lee, sorry to interrupt. Static, it wasn't Freddie. I got it wrong. It's the wrong Swede. It was Anders Limpar. Sorry.
Yeah, Limpar. When you said Freddie, I thought you see Freddie as well. Yeah, I was a goal-hanging centre forward, mate. I used to play off the left, though. But I weren't any good. But there we go. There we go. Big up Daniel as well. Chelsea fan here. I'd like this type of panel for Chelsea at the minute. We've become like you with our owners. Buy and sell, winning nothing. Cheers, guys. Respect. Big up to you, Daniel. Come on. Bless up, brother. Proper Chelsea. Proper Chelsea. They kick off in, half an hour? Big up to Fred. Lee, what's bigger, Jigglypuff's belly or Jess's fork? I should have proofread that. Your show with Northside last night was class. Yeah, mate, listen, sometimes these people need putting back in their box, isn't it?
That was a good show, though. That was a good show.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, we did about 6 hours, I think. It weren't the whole 6 hours waffling about that, but we were talking about other stuff as well. But yeah, I don't know. Flip a coin on that one, mate. Big up to Tim. Give me Inzaghi scored Arteta with a B team. He did. But we had 45 corners and crosses into the box and still didn't get a fucking goal. Pathetic. Big up Tim, bro. Big up Troy as well. 11-month membership. Arteta equals the enemy of logic. Muggy fans, muggy manager. Yep. Bro, how can you sit there, right, when you've got a centre-back on the bench, yeah, and play your best right-back, who, yes, has played centre-back for Ajax, but barely for us, and then play your best midfielder at right-back because you don't trust the centre-back you bought? That alone should be a sackable offence. Yeah, and the thing is, like, I see people saying, see people on Twitter the other day saying, oh, yeah, but, you know, our centre-backs are so good that they couldn't get a game. These other centre-backs couldn't get a game. Cool. Why did you do 24 million quid on a backup then? Yeah, why didn't we just get Tierney and keep Tierney and play him as centre-back? Because he can play centre-back. He's done it for Scotland enough. So it's bullshit. I'm sick to death of it. Yeah, and all the excuses come out. Oh, well, we didn't legislate for... we didn't expect Calafiori to be so injury-prone. We didn't expect Ben White to be out injured. Didn't expect this player. Bro, injuries happen. Stop moaning. Bournemouth went to Newcastle and battered them. Yeah, and they've got about 9 players out. Literally 9 players, and they battered them. Yeah, when have we seen our players go up there and batter Newcastle? When was the last time we did that?
When was the last time we had more than one shot?
When was the last time we scored more than 1 goal against them? Because they went up there and they could have had about 7 or 8. Mad. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. Who have we got next? Zagreb. Yeah,
Zagreb and Wolves. Got Zagreb and Wolves.
Wolves, then Girona.
Oh, 3 wins?
No. I think we'll beat Zagreb, but it wouldn't surprise me if we get a draw.
What at Wolves? They played Chelsea now, isn't it?
Yeah. Ask me after the Chelsea game. Because they had a little bounce with their manager, didn't they? They won 2 and got a draw. Then they lost the last one.
One of them was the Man United, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got battered by Everton the other week.
Cunha, he's back today, isn't he, for him?
I think so. Let me check the lineups.
3 draws.
Are you watching that
3
game?
draws.
Are you watching that game?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on duty that game. Thought so.
Yeah, I was gonna do the Villarreal game, but I need to put a VPN on for that, which has stopped me being able to watch this Chelsea one. So I can only really do the Chelsea one because I can't have the VPN on for the Spanish football because it's not on DAZN. If they're both on DAZN, I could watch them both. But the Spanish game ain't on DAZN. Right. Sanchez in goal. Reece James starts. Tosin, Chalobah, Cucurella, Caicedo, Dewsbury Hall, Madueke, Jesus Christ, Palmer, Neto, Jackson, Sarr, Doherty, Bueno, Agbadu, Nori, Samedu, Andre, Gomez, Cunha, Sarabia. He's a good little player, that Sarabia. See, that could have been a fucking backup for Odegaard, couldn't it? Yeah, he's not bad. And then Strand Larson up front. Chelsea bench. Yes, Sancho's on the bench. I'm surprised Sancho's on the bench.
I think he's been unlucky, Strand Larson.
He's actually impressed me. I can't lie. Yeah, because I don't think he's that good at Celta Vigo. Yeah, but he's coming. He's looked a bit of a handful. Like, he ain't scored a load of goals, but let's be real, he's not playing in a team that's been scoring loads of goals in general, is he? So they don't really create a great deal.
He's not like a type of striker who will probably get you about between 12 and 15 goals, and that's a great season for him. But on average, he'll get you about 9 or 10 goals.
Yeah, he ain't that good. He was all right in Spain, but he ain't that good. But he's actually done better than I thought he'd do. But there we go. Yeah, big up Troy, bro. Big up to Riku as well. A happy citizen. Well, kind of semi-happy citizen. At least your club have gone out and done stuff, mate. Big up, gents. You ever doing a show with Minerals again? Yeah, I ain't got no issue with Minerals, bro. I ain't spoke to him for time, though. I can't lie. This is not Chelsea. This is not Chelsea. Big up to Ricky as well. Charity shields as trophies. Dog named Win. Mural of the set piece coach. 55 mil donations to Chelsea. The rival fans need to laugh at us. With Mikel Arteta there. Yeah, documentaries. Like wheeling out fucking speakers for Never Walk Alone when we go and then lose 4 goals up there. Yeah, it's going well, isn't it? Destination and journey, guys. What do you see, guys? Do you see a rabbit or a duck, guys? Yeah, getting a brain. Do you remember when he was drawing a brain on the fucking board? A brain, what was it? A brain and a heart, and they were holding hands.
Hey, Lee, I did watch the documentary. I refused to watch it.
Kenny, trust me, don't watch it. Yeah, you'll wind yourself up.
Yeah, I did watch it.
Don't watch it, mate. Yeah, and then there's another one. Not another document. Well, there was another documentary, not on Amazon, but yeah. Do you remember when they put that little fucking video out? Yeah. How does it make you feel when you play at the Emirates? And you got all the players to come up and write on the board how they feel when they walk out of the Emirates. So, bruv, they're not 5 years old. We're not a nursery.
No.
Do you reckon Pep does this shit? Do you reckon Ancelotti walks into fucking Madrid's dressing room and goes, right, yo, come here, Vinny. How does it make you feel to play at the Bernabeu, mate? Right on the board. Yo, Modric, come here, mate. Come on. Quick, come on. How do you feel, mate? Right on the board. Yeah, Vasquez, Carvajal. Come on, mate. Yeah, right on the... Get out of here. Fuck off. Seriously.
Nelson, I can't do it. I know you think I'm a pork chop for not watching it, but I can't.
Nah, don't watch it, Kenny. Don't listen to Nelson. He's a troll. He's a troll.
Nelson, I can't watch it. I can't.
He's always trolling me in my chat, man.
I can't do it.
He is funny. Kenny, Wednesday's lineup, but he starts Sterling, Jorginho, Marino.
Hey,
100%.
That's happening. That's happening. That's factual. Because he's going to want to save. He's going to want to save legs for Wolves. So yeah, that's happening.
Who's he going to play at centre back?
He'll play
Gabby. He'll play Gabriel.
Ben White.
Yeah,
Ben
probably.
White's not fit, is he? Is he back fit?
He's back training.
Training.
He might even start Kivior.
I don't see a reason why he can't play Kivior and Kivior and Gabriel together.
Well, because apparently they're both left-sided defenders. What is all this left-sided centre back, right-sided centre back? We need a left-sided number 8,
Vanguard.
a right-sided number 8. Exactly.
You
How
could
about
go-
if you're good enough, just play in it.
You could go Tierney, Kivois, and Gabriel and
Simba.
Timber.
Yeah,
That makes the most sense.
which is why he won't do it, mate.
You know,
You know what? The thing is, because there's no like replacement for Odegaard, Odegaard's going to be play. Odegaard will play. He'll play. Play, and there'll be just 2 others. I'm convinced it's going to be Marino and Jorginho because it's Jorginho always seems to play in Europe. I'm convinced.
Yeah, look at that there. Ramos and Pepe were both right-footed. Yeah, that seemed to work. They kept fucking winning trophies, isn't it?
Yeah, but they didn't have Pep Guardiola as the manager or Mick Arteta. Pep's another one who's left foot and right foot.
Right back.
Yeah,
It's mad, isn't it? Try Rice at centre back. Maybe he is actually a centre back.
You're playing your 105 million pound player centre back. Mind you, he's a good centre back, a very good one. You know what I mean?
He won't know. Although, listen, let's not pretend that this guy has not deliberately moved our 50 million euro best midfielder to right back at the start of last season. Not this season. Last season he was trialing this.
Yeah, he did.
I think that was down to Gabriel, and he had a row with Gabriel. Gabriel fell out.
Yeah, but we still had other players that could play right back on that day. He's been trying this for. He ain't been doing it because of injuries. He's been doing it because he wants to do it.
I think he's Arteta's got 3 pets at the club. 2 of them are African.
And one's a dog called Win.
2 of them are African. Partey and Saka and the captain.
Well, 4 if you include Win, Kenny, because that's a pet as well. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
That's why all our players are injured.
Win doesn't get me 3 points on a Saturday.
I guarantee Win's got a better first touch and more technique than fucking Sterling.
I don't know.
I bet if you throw a ball in her direction, mate, she'll be able to control it better than him.
You know what? In terms of like Sterling, I don't. Words fail me. I don't know how a player's digressed so much from Euro 2020. I don't know how it's happened. I don't know how he's managed it.
Money. It's comfy. He's earned his dough. If you check that guy's bank balance, he's probably got about 50, 60 million quid in the bank. Maybe more.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah. But listen, when what season was it? I think it was the Centurion season. Yeah, in the calendar year, he had 53 GA, which is more than Salah got the year just gone, the calendar year just gone. There was one more than Salah. Yeah, I see the graphic the other day. He had 53 goals and assists in the calendar year, Sterling. Yeah, now look at him. Can't even trap a fucking ball.
That's criminal.
He ain't interested, Kenny. He's not interested. He's just going through the motions, getting that final payday until he bows out.
Same with Rashford. When I see Sterling and Rashford where they are at this moment of time, it's a crime. It's a footballing crime. It's a tragedy. Players who should be at the top of their game should be winning player awards both from the public and from their players, and should be England fixtures for the years to come. It's a shame.
Big up to Jamie as well. Yeah, he says for Matty, imagine any other manager in world football on 15 mil a year, 5 years in, spending 723 mil playing this type of footy. Tell me he survives at Madrid, bro. He wouldn't have got the job at Madrid.
Nah. No,
and if he did, they would have sacked him inside 20 games.
No established football club of high standards of put up with what we put up with the last couple of years. There's no doubt about it. I'm telling you, you can just reel them off. Juventus, Milan, Inter Milan,
PSG,
Lazio, Roma, PSG, Ajax,
Bayern,
Feyenoord. You can just go through all of the big teams. None of them go
Benfica,
Porto,
Lisbon.
You know,
Benfica sacked Bruno Lage. He went and ended up at Wolves. Got sacked from there. He won the league title. Yeah, me and Nulside were talking about this yesterday. He won a league title. Yeah, right. And Nulside said when Sporting Lisbon live streamed the announcement, yeah, after he'd come back as their manager and he'd won a league with them. Bear in mind, yeah. All of the comments on the live stream were saying, fuck him, get him out. Don't want him, don't want him, don't want him, don't want him. This guy's shit. This guy's shit. He beat Sporting Lisbon on penalties the other day and won another trophy. Yeah, what phase is he in?
Celtic.
Yeah, because none of the fans want him there.
Rangers.
Remember when Rafa Benitez walked out of Chelsea and the whole stadium booed him? Remember that when he was their manager? Yeah, they said, "I'd signs up. This is not the manager for us. Rough her out and that." Yeah. Then he went and won the Europa League.
Hey, Lee, let this manager go down to Argentina and try going down there with River Plate or Boca and pull the stunt that he done pull, and see how long he lasts.
He knows he's comfy, but this is the problem with the Premier League, yeah. And this is what I was saying about Man United's manager. Man United's manager is claiming that's the worst team in their history. No, it ain't. That team's won trophies. Yeah, so how can it be the worst team in history if they've won shit? Yeah, he's trying to buy himself time by making out it's going to take ages. It's what Arteta's like. Oh, it's a journey, guys. It takes time. Maresca's doing the same. Only in England you can get away with that. No other countries around the world you're getting away with that shit.
There's a lot harder question for Jez. I don't know if you watch any of these teams. Ben 777 says, "Will Arteta get a sack at Crawley and Horsham?"
Well, I tell you what, Crawley needs a good manager because they're in the shit. Horsham are doing very well. They're in the playoffs at the moment and looking for promotion to the bigger league next season. And actually, I've been and watched Horsham a couple of times. Right, it's only a mile up the road from me, and actually, they play some decent bloody football.
Well, let's go and get him then.
Yeah, go get that guy from the manager. He's only a young lad. It's only about 30.
They'll fancy him then. Has he got nice drip, Jez?
He dresses smart. He looks all right, but at least fair play to the fella. He does wear a tie. You know what I'm saying? But no, they're playing some nice football, Horsham. Big up to him. Well done. And wish them all the best.
Big up to everyone locked in. We are going to end the stream here, though. I'm going to redirect to my watch along for proper Chelsea up against Wolves.
Before you go, anyone who's in the UK, Manu Petit is a studio guest of Monday Night Football.
I'm glad you brought that up, Lee. Go ahead and fight.
We're going to have some nice clips later, matey. We're going to have some nice clips later.
As you can imagine, we're all professionals. So I haven't had a clue what he says. All I could tell visually, he's still got that bloody head of hair.
Mate, Kenny, he was absolutely going mad on TalkSport with Simon Jordan the other day. Yeah, he was saying, it's about winning. He goes, now it's about money. He goes, they ain't interested in winning. He goes, you have to win to get the money.
You know what? He's perfect. He's perfect for TalkSport. I just wish him and Keon went against each other.
Oh, he'd ruin Keon. That's why they keep him apart. Simon Jordan ruins Keon. Now imagine Petit ruins him. Yeah, he'll sit there with Keon and go, yeah, but Martin, you've won stuff at Arsenal, so why are you protecting this? And that's why maybe they will do it because they do love a drama. They do love a drama at TalkSport, so maybe they will put them together at some point.
SG, there's one-day cricket on Wednesday. England are touring India in a one-day tournament, and then after that, there's going to be the Champions Trophy World one-day tournament at SG.
I can't wait for that, Kenny.
Yeah, he's really sold that, isn't he, Jez? Do you know what I mean? It's really dressed that up for us, isn't he?
I'll see you Wednesday, DJB. But yeah, Jez, you took the word. I can't believe you said that, Jez. You can't wait.
That's jokes. That's jokes. Let me get this last super chat. How do you four feel about that never walk alone thing? Cringe with the speakers. Yeah, cringe, mate. Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine Barcelona? Yeah, when they played them. Yeah, and then Trent took the quick corner. Can you imagine Barcelona wheeling out the speakers, going, "We're going to Anfield, lads. We've got to get bring the speakers here. Juan, come on, bring the speakers, lad. Hurry up. We've got to go Anfield, mate. We've got to get Messi ready." Like, fuck off, mate. That's what I mean.
What are you doing? Jesus.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. But listen, this show's been jokes. Bless up to everyone who's locked in. We are going to redirect to my other channel for the Chelsea game. Jez, shout your channel out, mate. Arsenal history and more. Pinned comment, guys. Make sure you're subbing. What you got coming up this week, mate?
Thank you, mate, as always, for having me on Arsenal history more. The weekly footy chat show will be Thursday because we've got Dynamo Zagreb on Wednesday. And this week, Kenny, we're going to talk about the 98 team because that's the one you want to talk about. And
I still think the 2002 team is our best ever team, followed by
Out them
George
as well.
Graham one team, followed, and then after that's the Invincibles. But one thing I do consider about the Invincibles, as I said in the show, probably 3 or 4 of those players will go down as all-time Arsenal greats, which is a contradiction in my viewpoint. And 91 was better, but 91 for me was better.
Yes,
just by a tiny bit. And the 2002 team is better than the 92 team by a tiny bit. It's really close.
Yeah, I mean, all right, we'll do 98 and 2002.
What time are you doing that, Jez? What day? What time?
Thursday, whatever time's good for anybody. I can do any time. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother
Let me have a look. See what footy's on that day. Thursday. Oh, fuck. Tottenham are playing early.
You know what? He wants to watch United Rangers beat United as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. United. Yeah, Tottenham are playing Hoffenheim away. And then straight after is United. Oh, sake.
Yeah, it's always awkward with the old games, but there we are. Never mind. And then following week, Kenny, I thought we'd have a little debate about who was the better manager, George Graham or Arsene Wenger. But save it.
That's actually going to be a good debate. That's a good debate.
Save
because
it.
if Arsene Wenger didn't outstay his welcome, a lot of people may have plumped for Arsene Wenger on the basis of the football we played.
And then we're also going to bring into that, Kenny, who is Arsenal's worst ever manager? Leave it.
That's Arsenal.
Yeah, save that, Kenny.
I'll save that. Yeah, I'll save that.
Save that. But yeah, make sure you sub to Jez's channel.
If you're about Matty at all, whenever, I'll see if DJ can make it as well. And we'll go from there on Thursday.
The comics love it because everyone knows I'm a George man.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go.
There we go. Make sure you sub to Jez, pinned comment. Also, Kenny's Instagram's in there. What you got coming up, Kenny, apart from some cricket?
So I've got Dan at 10 o'clock. And then Wednesday,
I'm on that show as well.
Yeah. Annie Girl's on.
Oh.
I don't know if the girl's on. I don't run the show. I'm assuming he's on. And I've got the game. I've got Jez's debates, 2002-98. And Wolves. I'm not going to the Wolves game, so I've got a bit of a break. So I'll just enjoy. But right now, I'm going to see if Nicholas Jackson can actually get his act together and score some goals. Because I'm a bit of a fan of Nicholas Jackson. I want him to do well because I do think that there's a player there.
Well, he'd do better than 29. He actually is. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 Insta. Pinned comment. Matty, always a pleasure as well, my friend. What you got coming up this week?
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
No, who is it?
Who is it?
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Roberto Di, that's proper London, mate. Proper London. Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
No, I've tomorrow I'll be on with Diesel tomorrow afternoon, and then Wednesday I'll be actually going out enjoying a little bit of snow. So
yeah, man.
What, are you skiing? Do you ski?
No, I'm not skiing. I'm going outside to take pictures, man. You know what I'm going to do.
He's going to build a snowman. It lasts longer than Lego Man at Arsenal, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I actually heard that you like to go Aspen this time of year to take photos of celebs.
No, I'm not going up to Aspen. Too cold, bro. Too cold, man. Too cold. And then, of course, Wednesday I'll be there to watch Zagreb with Lee on Wednesday. So
yeah, man. Yeah, we can watch the light show of the Champions League. Yay. Woohoo. Anyway, bless up to everyone who's locked in. This show's been fire. Big up to everyone who's commented, liked, shared, sub to the guys, follow Kenny. And everyone who's donated as well. Appreciate it. Memberships as well. Appreciate all that. Nearly on 114 and a half. So if you haven't subbed, make sure you do. And make sure when we get to the next watch along, that's now. I'm starting it right now. I'm going toilet and I'm starting. Game kicks off in 13 minutes. Chelsea. Make sure you sub to that channel as well. Yeah, because that's not got enough subs. It's on 35 and this is on 114. So get over there, spam the likes, Yeah, spam the chat for the algorithm with Lee Reid, and make sure you're subbing as well, guys. And bless up, man. And 10 o'clock, I'm on with Potts. Tomorrow, I've got Rance's show. Yeah, but he ain't coming with his fucking shades on this time, mate. Hold that. This man can't catch a break. It's 1 week on, 1 week off with Man United, isn't it? Yeah, but it is what it is. If only they'd started Zerkamp up front, eh? And the Ivorian Messi. Oh, yeah, they did. My bad. We'll see you tomorrow, Rance. And bless up, Jez, Matty, Kenny, the chat, Lee Reid. Let me just make sure I've put that on there. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yep, that's on there. Cool. Right, let's go. I'll be there in about 60 seconds. Love people. Laters.
Carol.
Cronky out.
Roberto Di Matteo.